I'm not gonna lie, this might be the best dive watch for your money. Welcome back to God Tier Watches. If this is your first time, my name is Koda, and I talk about watches, discussions, make top 10s, and in-depth reviews. So if that's something you're interested in, subscribe for more content. But today, we're reviewing the Addiesdive AD2056. This is a vintage diver style watch, which I've been wanting to buy recently. And you'll see that this video is... exactly. Now this Addiesdive watch was kindly sent over by AliExpress for free, so that's why you'll see the promotion content. However, my opinions are all entirely true and has not been altered in a way to make a watch seem better. Now as we approach 11/11 and Black Friday sales for AliExpress, I have exclusive codes for you guys, so make sure you check it out in the description and I'll have it here as well. So make sure you take advantage of this sale period and use my discount code for extra money off. Because I know your watch itch is coming up very soon, especially with the sale. The price is getting too juicy here. At the time of recording, this watch is 169 AUD. I'll put the conversions up right here. And my custom link will be pinned in the comment section down below, so you can take advantage of that as well. And if you don't know what AliExpress is or what they offer up to 80% off items in their store for thousands of products. Not to mention they have free shipping on thousands of products as well. And I personally use AliExpress a lot for my own personal needs as well. But without a further ado, let's get on to the watch review. Now as far as packaging goes, this is the box that you'd get. It's in this nice hard shell case. There's nothing much else to say about this case. It's going to be nice and protective for your watch, so during transport it'll be nice and safe. Without a further ado, let's open the box and see what we have here. Okay, nice foam padding as well for added protection as well. And that is the watch. And first impression is very, very heavy. 149 grams, I believe it says on their website. And it does come with an Addiesdive user manual, but we're not going to need that. It's pretty much easy and self-explanatory. You also get an Addiesdive official card that is not written or signed or anything. And you get this mini link removal tool as well. But that is pretty much all you get in the box. Let's talk about the dimensions. But before I can do that, I need to get rid of all the plastic wrapping, which we're going to do right now. Okay, this is the watch all unwrapped now, and oh my gosh, this looks amazing. I can't wait. Woo, woo, woo. Now as far as the dimensions goes, I used the calipers I have at home, and I measured 40 millimeters in case diameter, excluding the crown. I don't have anything to weigh this watch at the moment, but it says it's 149 grams with the steel bracelet I have here. 89 grams for the waffle band. It's lug to lug. I measured also correctly. It was 46 millimeters and a lug width of 20 mils for that one. And it's also got a 13.8 millimeters of thickness with that one, with the domed crystal considered. But as far as dimensions for a dive watch goes, this would perfectly fit my wrist, I believe. We'll have to try it out and see. Dive watches are generally quite big. They're normally 40 millimeters, or they even go upwards of 42, 44. So having 40 millimeters should be fine, but we're going to have to wear it to see how it will fit me. But let's move on to case finishing of this guy. Now as far as dive watch goes, this is honestly such a tool-like dive watch. It's got all brushed finishing, no polishing whatsoever. Now I'm really happy to say that this Addiesdive here has an all 316L stainless steel case finishing, and the best part about it, it is all sandblasted, brushed finishing on the stainless steel, and it gives it that really nice tool watch vibe, which I am digging a lot. So that means you won't get fingerprints easily on it, which is good. They all look like they're facing towards the same direction in terms of the brushing pattern. They're all vertical, and I like the subtle roll off between its surfaces. It's very soft. With the case finishing, it comes with 200 meters of water resistance because it's got that case back and it's got a screw down crown as well. The pull out crown is very grippy, very nice to grab, almost too grippy. It's very easy to grab. But this one, screw downs, get that 200 meters of water resistance with also a stainless steel case back as well, with a signed case back and signed crown, which is good to see from Addiesdive, adding good detail to it. And I'm also happy to say that with this watch, it also comes with a sapphire crystal with blue AR coating on it, And it's also got that domed sapphire to give it that vintage feel of the watch. And of course, because this is a dive watch, you're expecting a unidirectional bezel there. And the bezel material here used is ceramic with 120 clicks, which is really nice. We're gonna hear it now. So as you heard from that bezel, it is very nicely articulated with the noise of the bezel there. It's got no playback as well, which is really nice. Look at that. No playback. It is staying there. It's not going anywhere. Very nice. Now, as far as movement goes for this guy, it is used commonly throughout AliExpress's watches, and that is the NH35 Japanese Seiko movement. This movement is very reliable and it's very affordable as a movement, so I highly recommend this one. Very good for the movement. No problems there. Next, let's talk about the bracelet and clasp, which is going to be one of my big cons for this watch. Now this AD2056, as you can see, has a male end link here poking out, and if you look closely you can see the drape of the male end link doesn't really match with the case, which is a big letdown. You can see how awkward that drape is going to be when it's going to be conformed around your wrist. This is almost going to be poking you, so that it feels very awkward from here. We're going to have to see how it feels on the wrist for that one, but that is one of the biggest cons I thought I would mention. As far as the bracelet goes, it also follows this vertical brushing, very nice finishing, very fine. I'm really liking it. And on the side of the watch bracelet here is all polished, which personally I would have liked if they kept that consistent to watch vibe with the sandblasted finishing there. And in terms of how you remove the pins and size it to yourself, you use push pins, which I will feel like it's acceptable for that price, though I would have liked it if it was a rivet bracelet. And as far as the clasp goes, I'm happy to also say that it's signed. So all signed on the case back, the clasp and the crown as well. So that ticks all the boxes for the small details. It is a milled clasp here, but generally speaking it is quite nice. However, there is quite a bit of rattling on the bracelet, as you can hear there. And as far as the clasp goes, it's got 5 micro adjustments there, which is good to see. Now I forgot to mention that this clasp here is all brushed, but the side is polished to keep that consistency with the side of the bracelet here. Now let's talk about the star of this show, and that is going to be the dial and the handsets. Now I believe that Addiesdive only comes with the one color here at the moment, that is the black variant. This is supposed to be a vintage style diver, and I think they perfectly replicated that, with the rotating bezel giving that vintage feel with the 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. And also not to mention the 12, 3, 6 and 9 numerals there give it that more vintage feel. It's got nice thick indices that are actually slightly raised, and I think they were painted over the top to create that thickness. And the thinner indices are very clear, as you can see. I'm not sure if this is shown on camera, but this isn't actually white. This is actually like a cream white that they use to give it that more vintage feel, like a faux patina look, which I actually really like. I feel like the sizing on the logo and the text here work perfectly, doesn't feel overpowered with the whole entire dial, and you feel really drawn into this nice black dial with its nice big sword handsets and really nice thin seconds hand there to contrast it a bit there. But I did mention before that this is an NH35 and there is no date position wheel on here, which means that it is a ghost date position. So it would have been really nice to see an NH38 used in this watch instead. As far as the text goes, it says automatic and 200 meters, keeping it very low profile, which is good. But of course, because it's a diver, we need to check the lume on this guy. So let's do a lume test. So as you can see from the lume shot from the AD2056, it starts off very, very bright, nice and bright with the BGW9 lume. But as you keep going, it slowly diminishes in its brightness. And I notice it charges up really quickly throughout the day. When I go somewhere dark, I can see how blue and bright it is. So you'll get that initial charge really nicely there. But now we're going to the best part of the watch, the wrist shots. I personally dig this watch a lot. I was actually worried about the male end link. Some people say it's a big letdown, but for me personally, it fits my wrist really nicely. It's very comfortable. It did look awkward before putting it on, but I can confidently say after wearing it now, it is very nice and comfortable and doesn't look weird at all. Very nice brush, sandblasted finishing. The lume, considering a dive watch, can be improved. It is very bright initially at the start, very nice and clear, but it quickly dies down as you saw in the lume shot tests. I feel like the watch's diameter is also perfect for my wrist as well. But what do you guys think of this watch here? I've personally never owned a dive watch myself. I've always just sold it or given it out to other people. This is my first one in the collection. I'm loving it. The negatives I've heard about the internet about it is honestly not that bad. It is something I can compromise. The push pins, the lume, personally because I'm not a diver. But if you're a personal diver, I definitely recommend a better lume watch for that one. As I mentioned at the start of the video, the link for this is in the description down below. It's an affiliate link, so it helps support the channel. And you also get an additional discount code, link in the description and also in the pinned comment section as well to get some juicy discounts for yourself. If you do pick up any of the watches during the biggest sale on AliExpress, let me know in the comment section what you guys purchased. I'm very keen to hear what you guys have purchased. But I hope you guys enjoyed that comprehensive review for the AD2056 today. I hope you enjoyed the rest of your day and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye for now.